think
have your own little
something
conflict.
that's important to keep in mind is that uh, while there is also a religious element involved, this is much more of a socio-political question,
Mm.
or rather situation relating to the seizing of land
Mm.
and the expatriation of people who were in their own land.
Yeah.
A legal dispute. That's what
Legal
they like to
dispute.
frame it as.
Yeah,
While mind you, barging in people's homes at 3 a.m,
Yeah.
kicking the shit out of the door, slapping elderly people right in the face with their guns, and evicting people out of their house in the middle of the night. So
I do find it ironic though, because it's basically the same way that Nazis did conducted their searches and sort of evicted Jewish people, and they would sort of throw them out of their houses and ultimately
right.
create a
Well,
But
it's
here's the danger in that. Here's the danger in that is just if nobody like you said, like people like they start evicting people and people start asking questions. Why are they just walking in people's homes and just kicking them out? But people that don't like dig into it, they're just gonna read the outline of the article, which is legal dispute. So people are gonna see this and be like, oh, okay, this probably some like legal issue within the country. But it's totally wrong. It's covered up so that they're not traced back to their tracks, and the proof that they're destroying media towers.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
literally destroying the building which houses Al Jazeera reporters who actually report very accurately what's going on. They're trying to cripple the media that reports accurately, so that the Israeli prime minister, was his name, Benjamin Fuckface. He went and says and goes on and says, "Oh, this is normal. We're just dealing with it in the name of freedom."
right. Well, I I have to also once again address the issue here of people saying that this is a both sides. Both sides have
Oh,
their reasons. I'm going
They
to
should
address
they should get slapped both sides
well,
so they can get
I'm
one
gonna
side.
address this in a simple matter. I'm
Mm,
gonna go point by point. So only Palestinians are under military occupation.
mm.
mm.
Only Palestinians have had land stolen for illegal Israeli settlements. Only Palestinians are being dispossessed. Only Palestinians face apartheid laws at the moment. And this is
Notice
all
only.
done by one group, right? One state.
Yeah, and they're banned as well from visiting sites of like Jerusalem or all of them. They're kind of banned from going there.
Yeah, exactly, apartheid
Mm.
laws. So this is very one-sided morally, I would say. Now, the thing is, I think those who either back away from the issue or claim both sides are more they're apathetic, or they're defending their true opinions
Or
of
they're just straight up
something.
afraid.
Oh yeah, they're just afraid. They're not apathetic. I
I
don't think they're all
understand.
apathetic. I
I
think that
understand that. I understand people sometimes they're out of fear, out of just like fear, they just avoid the question or they avoid the topic so that they don't want to be stuck in the crossfire, if you
Well,
want
if
to
we're
say.
talking about
no,
the
but I think also
countries,
because
that is why. But if
I
we're
think also
talking about
because if they have an opinion, that people around them will start judging them, and sort of they will lose their friends, and then ultimately they will have it's
right,
very much out of fear and very much out of sort of
well, they're afraid of getting canceled, basically.
not even it's
Cancel
not even that
culture,
it's not even
right?
that it's not even of the public. It's more sort of their personal surroundings, their own friends, their own families being sort
Mm.
of like why you supporting this sort of terrorist group, because often enough Arabs are often portrayed as terrorists because that's how media likes
Yeah,
to portray
the
stuff.
media did a great job doing that.
And so ultimately, when you support a group like that, when you support like Palestinians, and you see, oh look, they're bombing stuff, and then the headlines are like, oh look, Gaza summons fucking rockets everywhere and stuff. They're like, oh why in the world would you support these type of people? And so that ultimately that's how you know, like that's why out of fear they won't want to take a side, or they neglect to speak up their real thoughts on the matter.
I think also when addressing the Palestinian counter attack or the retribution, they always address it as Hamas, or
Yeah.
they always use Hamas as a scapegoat
Yeah.
of sorts.
That's often how it goes. You often take a group that they see on that side, and they generalize it as to sort of embody and represent the
The enemy,
entire, yeah, the
just
enemy.
it's the enemy,
So
the
it's like,
faceless enemy.
so yeah, it's very easy for them to sort of say, look, you want to support these people? Look at them, look at it. They have
That
guns.
That's how
guy.
they train their soldiers, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Very direct, very straightforward message. That's the enemy. You shoot at him, no questions asked.
yeah.
Yep.
That's how they train their Israeli police officers.